Hello and good morning, dear students. Thank you very much for joining me today's session. My name is Hameed, sir, and on behalf of my institute, that is Institute of Freelancing, and on behalf of 46,700 members of the Facebook group and 28,000 followers from this Facebook page, and more than 1,000 followers from YouTube channel, I welcome today's guest participant, and that is Miss Amandeep core all the way from the other part of the world, and that is in Canada. Please, can you hear me, Aman?
Yes, I can hear you loud and
Perfect.
clear.
Perfect.
Uh, from
First
my
and
side,
foremost, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me today's session. It is indeed a pleasure and honor for all of us, whosoever is actually listening from all over the world.
thank you so much, Mr. Hamid. It's a pleasure on my part too to be a part of this session. My name is Amandeep Kaur, and presently I'm a student of an institute that's in Canada. As on a student visa, I'm going through my master's in instructional technology from New York Institute of Technology. So this course is basically for the educators, and that the educators want to use technology in their teaching as we are moving towards a tech world. So this is really significant course that students can take up, or maybe we can have knowledge more of the technology. So this is an opportunity for all the technology users to use technology more, and especially during the COVID time. We can organize more sessions like this, and we can provide you more information. And I would like to welcome all the viewers of Mr. Hamid Asghar, and all the followers, subscribers of the channel. And this is really a big opportunity for all of us to share the knowledge.
Absolutely. This would be a kind of collaborative session. Rather, I would say it would be informative as well as the collaboration, because there are plenty of things based on my experience which I know, and there are plenty of things which Aman also knows, as she is working with a multicultural environment, multinational environment, where first and foremost, before you start putting up questions on me, I would be asking you a couple of questions. Aman, what's your
Sure.
basic education and how you reach to this institution?
I've done masters in economics, and in India I had experience of teaching 4+ years. So this course enables the teachers to go ahead. We don't have to go back. Like many times it happens when a student is thinking about going abroad and taking up a course, your previous experience goes to goes back to nil or being zero. So this course enables you to move forward. Whatever journey you had in your country, you can add on to it by using technology. So this technology course enables you to be more comfortable with all the tools, all the management systems, all the different technologies that you can use in the classroom, as well as you can learn a lot. It's not important that you be a teacher. So like Mr. Hamid is an instructional designer. He does the coding part, he does the advertising, he is involved in various industries. So this course makes me in touch with all the industries at the very same time.
Very interesting. And as far as the interaction, how do you came to know, or how do you came to my institution?
Actually, during my course, I was looking for someone to assist me in using new tools. So I was trying to experiment with my ways of presentation skills. So I saw various freelancers online, and one of the freelancer that I saw was from my neighboring country. I met other people too, but I didn't get a chance to be in touch with them. So I contacted you for knowing more about it. This is how a teacher and student came in touch. So
Correct.
basically, it wasn't a relationship that was paying you or getting something done. It
Yeah,
was like sharing knowledge.
sharing
We
knowledge.
shared a lot on that platform, and since that day, we discussed about various projects, various tools, various things that are free, various things that I have to pay for, and what are my limitations. We discussed everything in real depth. So this was a great experience.
Excellent. And Aman, let me tell you, there's a sequence of lecture, by the way, for all of the community members. There are
Mhm.
plenty of other things which we are offering. That includes graphic design, that includes fashion design, that includes web designer development and pertaining to the social media and content development. And as my previous 15, 16 years of experience in the freelancing industry, I have worked with so many organizations, around 100 plus, 100 plus, and worked with almost more than 500 projects so far. So it's been a great experience working with international community. So based on that whole experience, I just thought that it's a time that I should be coming towards the giving back to the society. Rather, first I was actually learning, and at the end, there's a smooth transition from learning to earning starts. And at the end of the day, you feel that I have done a lot. I think now it's a time that I should give back to whatever the society needs. And that thing triggers when this COVID hits us. Because everything was actually shrinked and we were working from home and there was nothing like this that was happening. And at that time, this thing actually came into my mind that I have the institute, that is Institute of Freelancing, and that's what we are teaching. And all of a sudden, this situation appears, and this was absolutely the right domain for which we were working, and that's how we actually started up. And by the way, based on as far as your field is concerned, that is instructional design concern. Well, when I did my graduation at that time, my interest was actually into the multimedia side, correct? So that thing actually triggers at that time. And till then, I was actually following different websites, different tools, different practices. That includes the authoring tools, e-course authoring tools, as well as the learning management system. And I was actually serving to a lot of the institutional related projects and institutional related people who were actually offering the courses online. So that thing combining all together, graphic design, because that starts from the programming, the basic programming, then to the graphic design, then at the end this landed to the instructional design, because you find the instructions from someone and at the end you convert those instructions into a design level, and it should be in a cohesive way that the end user or the student whosoever wants to learn from it, he should learn a lot. And that thing actually landed, we actually met in that case actually. So
Yeah.
starting from that perspective, we are offering different courses, technology related courses online. And by the way, this today's session would be all the sequence of that lecture. And coming back to my previous classes, in which I have had students from China, Germany, Saudi Arabia, India, Middle East, that is Abu Dhabi and Pakistan also. And combining all together, everyone has this common question on which we started our today's session, and that is the portfolio related thing. Everyone
Yes.
used to work on his laptop, but at the end of the day, they find no solution that where to put these artwork or the graphics work or the instructional design related work, where we should put all of that things so that the world should know us and things like that. So that thing actually triggers this whole thing, and we started up this discussion as our today's topic is relates to the e-portfolio. Aman, please
Yes,
confirm.
exactly.
Is it something you were talking about?
Yes, actually, during your practicum, during every student here going through a course that is related to education, but now it's the need of the time that
Absolutely.
everyone has to build an e-portfolio. Nobody goes through it in paper form.
Absolutely.
Resumes in paper forms,
Nothing.
it's gone.
That's
It's
gone.
nothing. Nobody gets impressed. So you need to have your name on your business card and a link to your e-portfolio. That's it. That's maximum you need to be in demand in the market right now.
Exactly right.
So if you want to work somewhere, you need to have a good e-portfolio. So in our final session, in the final study, in the final semester, we are given a task to do the practicum that is basically based on building up a e-portfolio that includes all your blogs, all your
Correct.
work, all the tools that you are using, what projects you have made, and arrange it in a very nice manner so that
Correct.
everyone can go through it. By simply looking at the information, they'll come to know how much you have gained during the course.
Very right.
And for a normal person, how much, what experience that person has, what the person has to give it to you, everything should be shown electronically through
Correct.
various tools. So this is what the market is demanding nowadays.
Absolutely correct. And let me tell you, as far as your field is concerned, your and mine rather, our common field is concerned, that has to be something like, because we are talking about multiple things. For at the same time, we're talking about the audio stuff, video stuff, animation
Yes.
stuffs, whiteboard animations, content itself, text itself, PDFs, PowerPoints, Word documents, and there must have been plenty of things which I'm not actually
Yeah.
mentioning right now. But all those combining together, what exactly could be the place where we can put all that? That is called the portfolio. And there are numerous websites on the internet which usually offer these kind of services. That includes, let me tell you, the first and foremost is Behance. As you can see on your screen now, and there is another professional way that you can portray, you can post your things, that is LinkedIn itself. LinkedIn offers multiple things also, but of course the that is not meant for to create an e-portfolio, that sort of thing. So probably that is just an option we are actually giving, but that's not the one-stop solution or the final thing. But before I reach to this final conclusion, let me tell you, as my students from the graphic design, they also ask this kind of question. So I usually ask them to go for, first and foremost, a video-based content. Let's convert your whole of the things video. And of course, we are not talking about me and you as instructional designer. We are talking about the graphic designers who just have a singular, a kind of artboard type content or the one pager content and things like this. And then you can through transitions, you can place, or you can give the details at the bottom, and then you can create the videos, things like this. But the simplest way is to create your e-portfolio is PowerPoint itself. Let me tell you, that is that.
Oh,
How can you do it? Let me tell you, मैं आपको वो करके दिखाऊंगा. That is
that's
something which I
amazing.
will do.
Never,
And in
I have
most
never heard of
interesting part,
PowerPoint.
yes, absolutely correct. And eventually what you can do is that you can convert that PowerPoint slide or complete comprehensive presentation to a video based content, and that way you can be uploaded to YouTube, or it can be uploaded anywhere, Vimeo
Mhm.
or किसी भी platform से you can upload it and you can post it to your clients. But coming back to that, this is best for all of those who are actually working on one pager kind of presentation, एक slide, one picture, and along with one kind of sentence. This is something I have done for this, and the technology which we use and things like this. Then it comes to the of course there is fashion design students from my class also, and this would remain also. They used to work on this Photoshop and the Illustrator, so combining all
Mhm.
together, if those are working on those kind of softwares, probably this will be definitely work for them. Lekin the much better choice as compared to PowerPoint is the Behance. And if you want to go for the international level, probably along with Behance, what you can do is you can convert your portfolio, a standard portfolio, to LinkedIn also. Like, and let me tell you, to my every listeners and to followers and Jojo कुछ इस topic से related interested हैं, one stop solution is to come with your own website. No,
Yeah, that's
no, actually no comparison to this. Now once we come to that side, there are multiple offers, as you know.
Mhm.
Wix.com, I would request you to
Yes.
please open up your share your screen, and let us see that what have you developed so far, Aman.
So you can see my screen, I guess.
I can see that.
Yeah. So as I'm a beginner in learning technology, this I have just built a very basic e-portfolio, but as an educationist, all the professors suggested to make it simple. Do
Correct.
not complicate it. So it should be clear and direct. And what instructions they give us, do not put more personal pictures of yours because this is your professional life. Do not put anything that relates it to your personal life. So better just put one picture with a background that shows that you are in Canada or something, a nice location. That's the max they need us to start with. So when you click on unveiling me, you'll see that this is John Dewey's thought, and this is what I have to say. This is my digital portfolio, and welcome to my. This is the welcome page that we usually create. And what I have added is when I was going through Wix, someone has created an interesting thing. Say hello. Okay. So someone has, if you can see the next page, I guess you can see the link opening up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's PictoChart. This is something new that I came across while observing someone else's
Ac-
portfolio.
Actually,
Yeah, this is,
this is your digital CV.
yes,
CV kind
digital
of stuff, but
CV.
it's an interesting new shape of CV.
Yes, this one I like because this gives a very brief description of what experience you have, what skills you have. But this looks really attractive with graphics and with the skills and with data. It looks much more attractive than a
Very
resume
different.
page in the form of a PDF. So I haven't built it much, but I have tried to give a very brief picture of what my skills are and what they will be expecting from me if as an employer they are looking into my resume. Though I can add a PDF later, like there is an option of
Yes,
adding a
exactly.
PDF, I can do that too, but I preferred this one because this looks much more effective. So when we build a teacher's portfolio, we basically include our teaching philosophy as a different page. Like I have just I uploaded my teaching philosophy as a PDF. What you can do is
Okay,
whatever standards you are following, like the quality that you are providing to them as an educationist should align with some standards that are used in the educational industry of that country. So
correct.
Canada uses ISTE. So we were told to prepare the standards based on ISTE and add on all the projects that align with the ISTE standards.
Okay,
So these ISTE standards, and
okay,
every educational system has the different standard. So
okay.
when they click on any standard, they can go through all the standards that too. But the thing is that, like, I want to show you something. Another technology that I came across was Twinery. If you can see the screen, this is a Twinery. This I have prepared using Twinery.
Okay.
So Twinery allows you to prepare a rough draft. Along with that, you can play with that rough draft. You can create a proper, just like a PowerPoint presentation, it creates an effective explanation of theory rather than making it a very boring one. You
Okay.
can create a rough draft that links everything. So Twinery is a good technology that you can add in your e-portfolio that I have added. Along with that, you can also add other things in your portfolio, like you can make a presentation using Prezi. Those are the presentation tools. Along with that, I have used like Twinery and Animatron and Animaker and whiteboard animation. These you can use to create your
Animate.
projects in
Yeah.
a better way, interesting way. So this makes your e-portfolio much more interesting and attractive.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yes.
And let me show you this. By the way, to all of my students who are actually watching this, this is all Aman has developed in Wix.com. And Wix.com
Yes.
offers basically a free websites. And by the way, it's not actually the free services that they offer. They also offer at the same time, if you want to have a domain and the hosting as a paid
Yes.
version, you can also do that. And by the way, at the same time, they want for the advertising for different type of purposes. They want के आप उस पे login create करें and just create your
Mhm.
own website, as well as you can create some different kind of logos and plenty of things like this. लेकिन I have something else in my mind.
We can
So
see.
this is something which I was actually referring as this is something a very basic kind of WordPress website, and we used to call it
Mhm.
a one pager or the parallax website, in which you can just create different type of links. You click on this about, and it moves on to that, and then towards the clients and success stories and services, and then uske baad the projects. And this is very interesting. Moreover, इसी में what you can do is you can create any site of instructional design related projects, and you can even hyperlink and create these sublinks
Yeah.
either towards your LMS, or maybe you can paste the output as your project. As you know, Aman, that we create different type of e-courses, and
Mhm.
those e-courses can be available through either for the LMS as a SCOM compliant, or maybe
Mhm.
web based. So that is the kind of things which you can very easily do based upon these WordPress websites. And by the way, portfolio related. And whatever that has done as far as the learning management system is concerned, I have just posted that as a demonstration. And apart from this 2D and 3D characters development, and then uske baad graphic design related and art, game design related, and all those kind of things you can place as a portfolio. And this is something very, very important. At the same time, the testimonial thing, as you can see
Mhm.
that the clients which usually use to tell about yourself, that is something which you can place here. So the other thing that is something once for all solution is go for the WordPress website, correct? And that is,
Yeah.
by the way, my institutional link if you want to go and just want to give it a try. And that is something you can just click on this home and you can move back to this home page. Then there is an interesting plugin that is available inside the WordPress, and that is called Stories. That is another
Yeah, I saw
very
that.
comprehensive, a very, very good
This
way
one
of
is really interesting.
yes.
How did you create this?
Yes, that is something which I will be sharing the complete development cycle of this course, and that will be available during this whole conversation, during this whole link. That will be
Mhm.
available. Just click on this, and you find out you can create any sort of page. जितना भी आप create करना चाहें, sky is the limits.
Mhm.
आप उस पे click करते जाएं, and you find out कि during this whole course what you have done. And team behind
Yeah.
my success in year 2020. And by the way, it is 19 and 20 combining all together. Lekin this is something which you can very easily create. And by the way, during this whole, you can just click on the website links also. You can just click the hyperlinks and
Mhm.
project links and things like this. This is a very interesting moreover ways and more stories. Just click on this, as I have just experimenting this thing for you only to give, and to give my listeners only, that this is one way. And by the way, these can be hyperlinked and can be moved from here to another story. And this is very interesting, that has been plugged in with your WordPress website, and you can create this thing very easily. And let me tell you, on this your right top screen, the link will
Mhm.
be available how to create this. And at the description of this video, the link of how to create this web stories, that will also be available. So that is yet another a very great option to create a web-based portfolio, in which you can just create one pager for one project, and you can go for multi 100 pages. आप जितना भी इसके ऊपर expand करना चाहें, you just go through and things create things like this.
And this is available in free version of.
Yes, this is 100%
Okay.
available in free version. And let me tell you, इस अभी तक की कोई option भी, as far as your WordPress website is concerned, that does not cost you a single penny,
Yeah.
right? And what you can do is, if you want to have a custom domain, like as I am hameedasir.com, probably this is something which you are going to pay. Otherwise,
Yeah.
if you want hameedasir.tk, or for example amandeep.tk, TK means there's a temporary extension for 1 year, and with that you can go for, that is domain name amandeep.tk ya hameedaskar.tk. That's domain name. You now can connect that domain with the hosting. And by the way, hosting is totally free as far as the Google website is concerned. What do you think, Aman? Is it
Yes,
interesting?
it looks like perfect. It has everything in the same, in the one portfolio. I can see everything. A story, links, and projects. Everything can be seen on the same screen, and it is like a one page. I saw the whole portfolio. It's just on the one page, so you don't have to scroll here and there. Everything is available on one page.
Everything is available on one page. And by the way, there's a very simpler way of moving left or right. That's another
Yeah.
very simplest way. And I'll give you the link during the description of this video also, and you can
Mhm.
share to your class as well as to
Yeah,
your
sure.
university students, because it's a free service. I mean, it is just that if one knows, probably he is just explaining the things to you all, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing as such which is quite hidden in this thing. It's just a sharing knowledge, and that's what our aim of today's session is. That with the help of Amandeep's participation in this course, this would become more interactive, and this will become more interesting, not only for your students, for your followers, friends, and family members, and for my listeners also.
Yes, of course, that's thoughtful of thinking like this, that we have to give our society what we are earning, as what knowledge we are earning, we need to give it back. That's really
Absolutely.
important.
Absolutely correct. Thank you very much, Amandeep. That is indeed a great pleasure and honor to have you on board. And rest assured, what we will do is that either on every Sunday or maybe alternate Sundays, what we can do is that I'll suggest there are so many options, so many
Sure.
technical things which we can share to the whole world. And whosoever wants to get the benefit out of it, maximum benefit out of it, he can just join us, and he can just subscribes to our channel, and he can do whatever the things which we are doing actually.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you so much for making me a part of such a good plan and such a good thoughtful process. I would
Thank
like
you
to
very
thank
much.
all your
Yeah,
viewers too.
thank you
Thank you
very
so
much
much.
for thank you very much for your time also. As I totally understand, it's almost a midnight at your end also.
Yeah,
So thanks a lot for your time, and I hope to speak to you soon again. Soon,
sure,
and frequency of these lectures would be on the regular basis.
sure. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye
you so
bye.
much.
Take
Thank you
care.
very much. Bye bye.